playing Katamari. Your mom is so fat, she cosplays, people think she's doing choji. Your mom is so fat, they modeled a Legend of Zelda dungeon after her. Those are my favorites. Yeah. You know what's coming back in a big way? Your mom is coming back in a big way. That's what she said. That's another phrase that came back that I wasn't too happy with. That's what she said. I mean, jokes like that, like your mom, they're a cop-out. They're not a real joke. There's no tact. There's no talent. Your mom's addicted too. You ever realize that? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's a slippery slope that so many men fall down, and that is what she said. But I'm getting tired of your mom. I think it's time to put your mom to bed, lay her to rest permanently. That is not what she said, but I'm willing to give her credit for it. For me, there's only one way to really care about your mom again. That would be if a giant comet were discovered out in the depths of space by Professor Richard Your Mom of Yale University. And after a couple of good laughs, we realized that he discovered the comet. He gets to name it after himself. It becomes the Your Mom Comet. We all have a few chuckles because your mom is roughly twice the size of Canada and composed of mainly Earth and graphite and other space dust. Your mom is traveling at about 1,000 miles per hour just past the Milky Way. We're all seeing where that's going. And your mom has this enormous tail that scientists are staring at. Scientists stare at your mom's tail to the point where J-Lo gets jealous. But NASA predicts that your mom is on a straight collision course with Earth. And this is not a good thing at all. That's right, your mom is going to bring about the apocalypse. Scientists believe that your mom was prophesied years ago by the blood soothsayers of the Aztec cultures where she was worshipped, by the writings of Nostradamus, by the soothsayers of the Amish. And now your mom has come back to destroy us all. And the news networks, finally having something to report on, don't know what to do. Bill O'Reilly culminates his entire journalistic integrity into one temper tantrum on national television where he basically pees his pants and blames your mom on the Democrats. It seems like all is going to be lost and the human race begins to do what they do best. Panic! People begin shoving empty beer bottles right under their beds, stacking it up. They start throwing every piece of clothing on their floor into the closet so it looks good when your mom arrives. Out of their guilty conscience, they start calling cousins they haven't spoken to in years. They start wishing their grandmothers a happy birthday. And most people stop returning their Netflix DVDs because just for the sake of the irony, they want to die clutching Die Hard 2 to their chest. And somewhere in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the Amish construct a functioning rocket out of plywood and duct tape and it returns them to their home planet. Thus proving Uncle Yo right all along. And out of the despair of facing your mom, there is a light of hope coming at the end of the universe. That's right, out of the inky blackness, out of nowhere, a new comet is discovered by Professor Barbara Myas of Sweden. And the Myas comet, roughly twice the size of Uranus, is on a straight collision course with your mom, and we all stand in anticipation looking up at the sky as my ass crashes into your mom, and the sheer force of my ass pushes your mom into the sun, obliterating her for all time, and chunks of my ass are thrown around the Milky Way, which as a result curdles. And the chaos doesn't end there because chunks of my ass begin raining down on Earth. A big piece of my ass crushes the Blarney Stone in Ireland, thus giving the Irish something of value to kiss.
Oh, God.
And every Scientologist on the planet gathers around the chunk of my ass, recognizing they have something of value to worship. The Earth is eternally grateful to my ass, and we show it. We dedicate and build sculpture gardens in honor of my ass. Every day we reserve a calendar day, and we march down Main Street. And every year, elementary school students reenact the dramatic battle between my ass and your mom, using sock puppets and masks that they make from paper bags, Elmer's glue, and uncooked macaroni. Stephen Colbert honors my ass with a fancy new tattoo on his left butt cheek. Right next to the portrait of Haley's Comet he keeps on his right, in honor of the space station that was destroyed in the mighty crash and collision. And the Earth is eternally grateful to my ass, and we take the time to reflect on the noble sacrifice and struggle of my ass. And we agree that even though she is gone and dead forever, your mom was fat, crooked, and hard to handle, and that is what she said. Thank you so much, everybody.